Hi there, it's David Young, the Resourceful Coach, and what we're going to do today, we're going to play the 9th hole here at Corinthians Golf Club, which is a left to right dog leg. I'm going to show you how to play that hole. Now, hopefully on the camera, what you can see is you can see how lovely and striped the fairways are. Go straight up, bit of an uphill tee shot, and then it veers round to the right. So, although this hole says it's 370 yards, it probably plays closer to 420. So it's one of the holes that people look at and think, oh, I should be doing better on this, but because it's so uphill, over all the shots really up to the green, it plays a little bit longer than that. So really good to sort of understand. If you come here, realize this is a tough hole. If you walk off here with a 5, that's not a bad score. So the big thing I want to do, if I'm looking to play a dog leg from left to right, and I want to follow the hole, is understand, what have I physically got to do to play up that hole? And I know I can see the 150 marker in the distance. So that says me it's 220 yards, but uphill. It's probably 250, 260 to reach that marker. And I'm going to deliberately here hit a little bit of a fade round the corner to give myself a slightly better angle going in with the second shot. So it's imagining that shot and understanding what your capabilities are. Okay, so for me, let's just tee the ball up so we're sort of clear in our mind what we're going to do. What I want to feel in my swing to hit a fade, I want to feel like I'm swinging a little bit to the left side of the hole, and then the club face is going to be fractionally open to that path, and that will impart the left to right spin on the ball. So I imagine that all through my setup. I sort of imagine the picture of the shot, and then through my setup, I'm imagining setting up and aiming out towards this side of the hole, and then picturing the shot working that way in the air. And I think that's such an important thing. You have that clear picture in your mind what you're actually going to do before you play it. Don't just walk up and think, oh, now I'm going to fade it. Get a clear picture. Even if you need to, have a little practice swing to rehearse the feeling that you're going to make through the ball to get the shot that you want. So there's a series of bushes which are left of where I want to end up. So I'm going to aim at those. I'm going to feel like I'm fading it off those bushes and see it go round the corner. That's the feeling. So everything's aiming up the left side. You hopefully see that in my setup. And then I'm imagining the club coming down that line, and then the club face just going to be a little bit open, so slightly to the right of that path. See if we can follow that. And then the whole idea, we're going to play this hole, see where it ends up, play the next shot from there. So let's see if we can hit that shot that we've imagined. Okay, well, absolutely bang on line now. It's faded nice, it's following the hole. And that should leave me, as we said, it's probably 260 to reach that marker. We've probably hit that about 250. So that should leave us, it would say, as I said, we're going to lose a bit of distance, about 30, 40 yards because we're going up that hill. We'll probably be close to that 150, 160 marker. Let's go and see what we've got. So I've arrived at my tee shot, smack bang in the middle. I couldn't have hit a better tee shot, but it's uphill. It was slightly into the wind. I'm literally 5 yards behind the 150 markers. So you'd think, if you look at that, you think I've only hit that about 210, 220 yards. Well, in real terms, I have. But actually, because it's uphill, I've probably hit it nearer 240, 250 to get it to this point, and because it was into the wind. So really happy with that. And a lot of people pick up on my videos. All I say is, all you can do is play the next shot. So yeah, I'm a little bit shorter than I'd like to be, but that's okay. The flag is right at the very front. This is the longest green on Corinthians Golf Club. And what I always encourage people to do is buy the rangefinders, because that's told me, even though I'm behind the 150 markers, I've actually only got 145 to the flag. Now that marker, the 150 markers here go to the middle of the greens. So I'm probably 5-6 yards behind it, but the flag's 10 yards in from the front of the green. Into the wind, uphill. What am I going to hit? Well, I'm going to take a 7-iron here. I'm going to punch it through the wind if I can. So I'm going to play this a little bit off my back foot to get that sensation of getting the slightly lower ball flight. That's the picture in my mind. I'm going to keep it up the left because everything kicks in there. That flag looks like it's cut front right. It's a bit of a sucker flag that Rob's given us. So I want to keep well away from that. Just keep it up the left side. Nice positive shot. Let's see what we get. Struck it well. It's just left of the flag. I think the wind's just grabbed it. I think it's killed it. Might have just crept on. Okay, so by taking that extra club, it got through the wind. It didn't look like it was getting through the wind, but let's go and see what we've got. Hopefully we've crept onto the green. If we haven't, let's have a little chip and see if we can get out there with a par with a chip and a putt. If not, because it's right on the front edge, if it has crept on, we've got a good chance of a birdie. So exactly what we said has happened. We're about 35 feet away from the hole. The wind grabbed that ball and just killed it. I've got about 2 feet of slight fringe, and then I'm onto the green. So I'm going to putt it. But what I've got to realise, 35 feet away, even at my level, I'm probably going to 3-putt this 10% of the time. So it's a 90% chance of 2-putting. I've probably got not even 1% chance I'm going to hold it. So it's really important to sort of get that in your mind. Get out of here with 2 putts. Be quite happy with that. Flag cut quite close to the right side. We've got a club championship actually tomorrow. I think he's been a bit nasty with that flag for the last hole, that will be. So get this down in 2. Be very, very happy. Anything from here inside a putter's length, I'm going to be very happy with that result. Yep, and it's probably rolled about that distance from the hole. So we'll go up and have a look, but quite happy. So we've hit a lovely tee shot. The iron shot was good, just the wind grabbed it, and we've rolled that putt up reasonably close. Should get out of here with our 4. So we've ended up where we said, actually shaved the hole. We nearly actually got a birdie, but it's inside a putter's length, 2.5 feet, better than average from that distance. Take that. Now just a little roll down the hill. Nothing to read into this, like one of my other videos. Don't get outside the hole when you're inside 3 feet. And just roll it into the hole. So hopefully what you've seen there is me expressing how to play the shot, understanding how to play it. So hitting that fade off the tee, I've picked a line, I've seen the shape, I've set up, and I've committed to that idea. Slightly into the wind with that shot, as I said, should have been probably an 8-iron, but took a 7. As soon as I hit it, big gust of wind came up shorter than I thought, 35 feet away from the hole. But the key thing there is not to get annoyed, because I hit a good shot. But people get frustrated because they didn't get the result they wanted. But that wasn't down to me. That was Mother Nature. Wind did something to it. And because I kept a calm state of mind, I then hit a really good putt to around about that 2.5 feet, knocked it in, got my par. That's how you play a left to right dog leg. Uphill, playing longer than the hole suggests. That's a really big thing. So if you come to Corinthians, the 9th hole always plays a lot longer than that yardage says. Get out of here with a 4 or 5, you're doing brilliantly. Hope you enjoyed that video out on the course with me today playing a left to right dog leg. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and I look forward to seeing you soon.